Hello, curious creatures. Welcome to my show Beyond the Bookshelf, a cozy corner where wonder meets whimsy and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Hi, I'm Deepa Adnani, originally from Mumbai, the vibrant maximum city of India, and now calling Dubai the city of the future, home, where I live with my young entrepreneur son and my beloved golden cuddlebug. I'm just as passionate about exploring the world of startups and business as I am about getting lost in enchanting stories and romances with happy endings. Writing children's books has always been a dream of mine. After putting it off for far too long, I finally sat down, let my imagination run free, and brought my first story to life. Happy Goes to Space. I'm an avid traveler and a space enthusiast, and I secretly dream of embarking on the ultimate adventure, journeying to the stars, to infinity and beyond. This book is dedicated to the child within each one of us. Avtar Meher Baba says, "The children's carefree hearts and restless pranks reflect qualities which are divine, and they are blissful in their innocence." In honoring the child within us, we acknowledge those same divine qualities, innocence, wonder, and spontaneous joy that still reside quietly in our own hearts, waiting to be awakened. It is this inner child, pure and unburdened, that this book seeks to celebrate and gently bring back into the light. Today, I'll be reading from my debut book, Happy Goes to Space, where we will join Happy, the beloved chestnut brown pony, as he leaves the confines of his cozy farm for an unforgettable adventure filled with courage, curiosity, and friendship. Ready for today's adventure? Let's go! It was a quiet, bright, and warm summer's day. Happy, the young brown pony frolicked in the grass, chasing gay-colored butterflies and playing a game of catch and cook. The sun shone on his back as he moved, and how he gleamed! Suddenly, the peace was punctured by a series of loud booms. Startled, Happy halted in his tracks and stood still in shock. He ventured to look towards the source of the mayhem. At some distance, he saw a very odd looking creature. It was mighty tall and had one big, bulging eye. It stood on four legs and was clad in metal armor. It spewed fire into the ground and started climbing up into the air with a huge roar. Slowly at first, it groaned loudly as it rose higher and still higher, belching a dull grey blanket of smoke. Never had Happy seen such a strange sight. Terrified that a monster was at large, his teeth chattering uncontrollably and his body quivering in fear, Happy dived straight into the neatly lined bales of hay. The minutes passed slowly, and after what seemed like forever, Happy bravely stuck out his nose and sniffed around. He cringed when he smelled the acrid smoke and pulled himself back into the haystack. Soon enough, the deafening sounds grew faint and started to recede. Maybe the monster had gone away. Happy's legs stopped shaking, and as he gathered up some confidence, he once more ventured out of the haystack. This time, there was no monster in sight. Phew! What a moment for little Happy. Can you imagine how scared he must have been? One minute he was chasing butterflies under the warm sun, and the next, a strange creature shooting fire into the ground. What do you think this creature was? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes, when we see or hear something we don't understand, our mind fills in the blanks. We imagine hairy monsters, danger, or something scary with sharp, pointed teeth, when really it might just be something new. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe your first day at a new school, or when you tried a new food and weren't sure if you'd like it. Sometimes, fear is just curiosity waiting for a little bit of courage. So here's something to remember, my curious creatures. When something feels scary or strange, take a moment to pause, breathe, and ask questions. Learning more about it can turn fear into fascination. Next time, let's find out what happens when Happy decides to follow his curiosity beyond the farm, and maybe, just maybe, beyond Earth. Until then, keep your hearts brave and your minds open. I'm Deepa Adnani, and this was Beyond the Bookshelf, a cozy corner where wonder meets whimsy and the ordinary becomes extraordinary.